Greetings, creeps, the good kind of creeps, hopefully, and welcome to my tarot parlor. It's been such a long time, so I'm probably going to be rusty today, but how is it going? For me, I've been doing amazing. I've been working on getting the home situation finished. I've been working very intensely at getting settled inside of my new place, as you can see it. And what was supposed to be the project of a few weeks turned quickly into months, you guys. So it was about time that I will make a comeback like this towards my community, you, my gremlins. And what better team than to come back on a glow up kind of subject for our next pick a card on this channel. So it's very interesting because during the last few weeks, I came across one of Kellyanne Maddox's videos, which was called A Witch's Guide to a witch's glow up guide or something like that. I can't remember. So sorry. Anyway, I'm going to pin the video down below in the description box for those of you that it interests and want to see it. It's a very, very good video, by the way. Thank you so much, Kellyanne, for having inspired me on getting settled on basically this video today. And this video, basically watching it, just really inspired me to show up today in my most amazing, unprepared, imperfect self, I guess. And it's so odd, right? Because it had been such a long time since I had paused creating content altogether for this channel. And I had put the course, the tarot course that I was creating on the side while I was moving and in this transitional phase. And you guys will know what I mean when I say that the more you put aside something for a long time, the harder it is to go back to it. And it's almost like you're trying to find every excuse to like find the perfect timing and the right energy to come back to what you used to enjoy, until you kind of realize that there's no set of perfect circumstances, and at some point you just need to kind of accept that if you're choosing this as a journey, then it has to be a part of your lifestyle, and you have to come back to the routine of your own lifestyle because it's you, right? And tarot is me. Tarot is a huge part of my personality. So yeah, watching Kellyanne Maddox's video kind of really made me think about the fact that maybe it's not about waiting for the right time or the right amount of energy to get back on track with my goals, but maybe it's just that I need a glow up, man. Maybe that I'm not blocked, but I just need to call in for some kind of glow up as a content creator. So this is how I started gathering my tools and basically setting intention for this transformation that I wanted to bring in. And I'm initiating this glow up on my end with this video. This video is kind of like a statement to say that, hello, I'm back on the internet. I'm still alive. My dreams are still important to me. So yeah, I gathered all my effigies, all of my symbols. I even picked a deity for this glow up process that I'm going through, which is Babalon, of course. Part of the theme of this video, as you might have guessed it. I chose her as my guide for this transformation, and that's in part why I want to draw messages from her today, because she's been super helpful to me. And for those of you that are not familiar with Babalon, by the way, Babalon is one of the central goddesses in the Thelema philosophy. She's also known as the Scarlet Queen, the Great Mother, the Mother of Abominations. I would like to claim this title for myself. And she's basically often depicted as this Scarlet Queen, right? Writing is seven-headed beast. 7 is her number. And in Thelema, Babalon represents the primal female sexual impulse. She is sexual liberation. She is the fertile aspect of Mother Earth. So I thought that she would be perfect for my creative rebirth. Because to me, at least, sexuality and creativity, those two things are connected and they are not separated, but they are part of the same thing. Sexuality is a form of creative act, and creativity is a form of sexual act, in a sense, in a metaphorical way, at the very least. And that's the kind of energy that I wanted to draw in and make my own for my glow up. And not just to make art, but to live artfully, to be able to show up not from pressure, but from passion, and to let my self-expression come from a more unfiltered place, in a more playful space, one that is more embodied and that is more trusting and instinctual, if you will. And so I just want to mention it to you guys before I even start this pick a card reading, that when I say glow up, I don't mean the kind of glow up that is just about like getting a haircut done or getting your skincare routine together or anything like that. Although those things can be cool too, you know, and I'm someone that deeply believes in the power of glamour magic. So I'm all in for it if you want to bring that as well, and that dimension of the transformation to this reading today, as a witch I think that it's something very potent. But today I'm more so focused on the emotional and mental and spiritual health aspect of a glow up. So I'm talking about the shifts and the decisions that you want to keep nurturing in the weeks to come, in the months to come, and hopefully in the years to come as well, to create some sort of lasting transformation in the long run. So this is what I will be focusing on today. So this will be messages from Babylon to you guys about your next glow up of the soul, if you will, and how you may come into even more alignment with it. Each pile today holds a message from Babylon to you, but also from your higher self. This part of you that already knows how to bloom through darkness and how to grow out of the ruins and how to seduce life back into color. So whether you're in the midst of a breakdown or a breakthrough, this is for you. So, and you don't need to be perfect. You don't even need to be ready. You just need to be willing. So now let's go ahead, take a breath, and take a moment to feel into the energy of each pal and let yourself be pulled by one of them that stirs something in your body today. And the one that whispers, "This one is mine." Timestamps will be down below in the description, and as always, take in what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let the magic do the rest. All right, so let's begin. Hello, Pal 1, and welcome to your reading. So I'll be starting this by pulling a few cards on what your next glow up is going to be like, how it's going to touch different areas of your life, with your love and career as well. And then after that, I'll also be pulling cards on what you guys should be calling for or casting for, what kind of energy to concentrate on next. In order to accelerate this transformation and be even more in alignment with this glow up energy that you're trying to bring forth inside of your life. And these will be messages from the goddess to you guys. All right, so let's get into it. And by the way, this is a completely intuitive reading today, and you might hear the rain that is pouring outside. It's been quite stormy today, but what best time than this one to do a reading like this, right? Okay, Goddess Babalon, connect me to Pal 1 and show me what kind of glow up are you bringing inside of their life? What kind of glow up energy do you want to work at bringing inside of Pal 1's life with them, Babylon? Okay, we have a first card here. We have, look at this. This is the 5 of Cups. I hope that my camera can do the zoom. What else, Goddess Babalon? We have here the card of Judgment. Look at this. One last card, please. Give me one last card on how Pawan's glow up is going to be like. Okay, we have, this is the Five of Pentacles reversed. There's definitely something strong here. There's like I'm even looking at this womb here, this womb on the card of Judgment that looks like an egg. And then we have like a red jewel in the middle of it. And it's very interesting because Goddess Babalon is associated with the color red. She is like the Scarlet Queen. And it's making me think of a lot of release for you guys. A lot of birthing, a lot of release. And maybe some kind of like even sexual awakening, perhaps, that some of you here on this bow could be on a verge of making or in a verge of doing as well. But Goddess Babalon is definitely pointing out here to what you have to lose in order to make this glow up happen inside of your life, Pawan. She's highlighting this to me right now. And let's pull some of these goddess archetypes for you. Just want to see what is going to come through. How is going to be Pawan's glow up? We have here the shadow, and it says, making a friend and ally of your shadow side is necessary for becoming your authentic self, a key element of true success. One last card, please, on Pawan's glow up and where it's going to affect him. Then we have the Traveler. Okay. And this card here says, let travel, education, and communication systems take you and your ideas to the world, and or use the same to bring the world to you. So interesting. Maybe not for some of you guys, your glow up process could have something to do with going back to school as well, or going back to study or explore something that could be a bit foreign to you. It says here, communication systems take you. So maybe that some of you guys will also be developing new communication styles during this glow up process. But the card here of the shadow as well is talking about this relationship that some of you are definitely developing with your own shadow, especially your shadow having to do with detachment here. If there is something that the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles kind of have in common, it would be this detachment or release again type of theme. And with the Five of Cups, it's talking about something that probably has been keeping some of you emotionally hostage maybe. And Five of Pentacles as well, reverse, is talking about something about your independence here from Pawan, especially with a Traveler card as well too. If some of you guys have been feeling entrapped in some kind of relationship in your life or held back by a relationship in your life, there could definitely be some kind of absolution type of energy here or forgiveness kind of energy with Judgment here. So maybe that your glow up has to do with forgiving some kind of experience that has been weighing on you pretty heavily. And that you guys were kind of didn't even know at some point that you were still holding on to. And it's very interesting to me because even on this Five of Pentacles, we have a heart. Just like on this Five of Cups. I don't know if you guys can see it clearly. But there's definitely here something about your heart being more free. So it's almost like you guys, there's something that needed to heal inside of your heart. There's something that needed to be released from your heart. And it's very interesting because this week I have been reading a book, and there's a passage inside of that book that talks about the heart. And it's funny that it's coming inside of you guys as reading today. Maybe that it's meant to resonate for you as well. But there was something that I read inside of that book that was saying sacrificing something at the altar of love. And somehow it really resonated deep inside of me for some reason. And maybe that some of you guys are under this impression as well inside of your life. Like somewhere you've been sacrificing a lot on the altar of your love for someone or for something maybe. But this glow up energy here has everything to do with being free and feeling free on an emotional and spiritual level with this Judgment card. It's almost like you guys needed to be freed of any kind of guilt that you could have carried for some reason. And I feel like this is why the Shadow card is kind of here. I don't know if you guys have some guilt towards releasing something that no longer kind of carries the same value for you inside of your life, or maybe that you had to sort of leave to that person or to this thing its own independence, or maybe you had to find your own independence from something or from someone here. There's definitely something here about your independence, you guys. Like if you've been calling for more independence or just wishing for more independence, for freedom from something, to be freed from the guilt or resentment or the weight, the emotional weight you've been carrying from something, it's almost like a need to be purged here. It's almost like you guys had to forgive yourself somewhere for walking away with the Traveler or for letting go. And it's very special. I feel like something about that has been somehow a work in process for a lot of you here on this pile. But this is all about being elevated from a part of your past with this Judgment card here. It's all about as well seeing the parts of your shadow that was kind of keeping you from abandoning something or from walking away from something. Five of Pentacles reversed as well could also be saying that you guys, has been a chapter inside of your life where you needed to be helping someone that was really in need inside of your life, or maybe that this person was kind of relying on you, maybe that they needed help with shelter or with food or with monetarily maybe. Five of Pentacles as well could be talking about that, like a chapter where you guys kind of like had to leave your own personal priorities to the side in order to tend to a bigger problem here that was kind of like causing a hole inside of your life, either materially or emotionally. This could also be something that happened, like a loss inside of your life with a Five of Cups, that could have taken a toll on you emotionally and spiritually, and maybe that your material world or life and how you could show up in that side of your life kind of like suffered from this pause or from this break. Maybe that this is a kind of problem that you need to tend to as well, and that kind of like dragged along for longer than you expected. Like for instance, maybe that you guys thought that this situation here of being at a loss will only be for a couple of weeks, but maybe that quickly those weeks turned into months, or maybe even turn into the last year. And with this kind of Judgment, it's just a clean slate or clean chapter that is now turning for you guys, where now it's about your own needs and it's about taking more care of yourself now. And again, there's just this impression here with Judgment and the Traveler of being set free from something here. Something that was sort of really triggering a shadow here for when it came to walking away from something and not accusing yourself, not walking away feeling like you're abandoning something, or not feeling like you're mistreating something, or you're basically being negligent with something or someone inside of your life. I just feel like this healing and transformation here has a lot to do with you guys reclaiming your life in some way. And so your glow up may have a lot to do with resuming the parts of life that you couldn't because you were kind of stuck in fixing mode or in healing mode, or in kind of like trying to put a bandage on that hole, if you will. let's see how this is going to affect your love life, this kind of glow up here. And do you see how like Judgment, she's surrounded by flames as well. So it's just like really strengthening this theme of like purification. Like you guys needed to be purified from something. You guys needed to be forgiven and to kind of like reach your point of absolution. Or it's kind of like a transformation on a personal level that you guys have been calling for. We have here the card of attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Yeah, so in terms of your love life and in terms of your relationships, you guys may notice that this glow up, like the fact that you're releasing here something that basically was putting you at a deficit inside of your life energetically or emotionally, is making space for you to be able to attract new people or better, more nourishing types of relationships inside of your life. And here, I just want to say, like, I just feel like not everything or not everyone can follow you inside of this glow up journey that you guys are about to go through. And I feel like you guys can sense that. And I feel like it's been bothering you somehow because you want to be able to keep those things or keep those people. But I feel like here, the lesson inside of your glow up journey, Pawan, is that it's okay to outgrow things. It's okay to outgrow spaces. It's okay to outgrow jobs. It's okay to outgrow even certain relationships inside of your life. And here, this doesn't necessarily mean that you're about to lose people or you need to walk away entirely from certain people inside of your life. Like if you don't sense like this is what is needed for you, then, you know, it might not mean it on that extreme level for you. I don't know, like it might for some of you that might resonate with this, but I feel like on a more general sense, it's just like, you know, when we go through like these very intense personal transformations and personal glow ups, it's just like sometimes certain people inside of our life won't be really able to understand our new aims or our new interests, or some people inside of our life may not be of best emotional support for these kinds of things like they have been for other things inside of our life, and it's normal and that's okay. I feel like we should normalize that, you know. And I feel like we should normalize as well, like us ourselves not being able to always be there for what other people are going through in every kind of situation. Like we kind of all have our areas of expertise, if you will, for when it comes to emotional presence and emotional support for other people. And I'm getting this impression for you guys, like it's just that like inside of your glow up, not everything can follow you on the other side of that portal. And I feel like some of you could have avoided this glow up journey or kind of like put it to the side, or maybe you've put it on pause, or you've kind of like been procrastinating on it because you know that you're going to lose or have to release certain things on the other side of it. But look at what is here for you guys. We have the card of attraction. So this means that in order to be inside of your most attractive kind of energy, the attractive part of your glow up where you get to magnetize the good thing, the right things towards you, this also means that you will have to find the courage somewhere to let go of what's in the way, Pawan, and to travel on the other side of this. What else is coming through here? And we have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and fate will bring you romance. Yeah. I just feel like in terms of love and in terms of friendships, in terms of relationships in general, this glow up is just about confirming to you guys that it doesn't end there. It doesn't end with what you have to lose or with the people that have to kind of take the backstage now in terms of in your life, you know? And just like the kinds of people and teachers as well that sort of inspire you or that you take as a sort of role model inside of your life. I feel like that's about to change as well. Just the kind of people and the kind of situations that you attract in terms of love and friendships, I feel like that is what is going to change the most from this kind of glow up here. This is definitely what is coming through here strongly. And let's see how that is going to affect your work and career. We have here the card of In the Flow. The universe is sending you help. Tap into your inner power and go deeper to create a purposeful life you really want to have. I really love this for you guys. It seems like you guys are about to be more connected to your own flow, are going back to a certain rhythm that is a lot more effortless in terms of your career. And it's making me think of that attraction card for you as well. Like maybe that this attraction energy is about to bleed inside of the types of opportunities that you gain as well in terms of your work or your finances. And we have here the card of wisdom. It says, you are called to serve as a mentor for someone or a role model and guide who can show the way. Use your wisdom and experience. So it's very interesting because I was just talking about like your teachers, you guys as teachers, sort of changing and this glow up phase of your life. And maybe that for some of you, it has you, this glow up energy will have you sort of rise inside of a teacher or mentor sort of position or role. Whether it's like through speaking engagements or whether it's online or whether it's with the knowledge that you have and that you can share on some kind of platform or through a book or through courses, workshops and stuff like that. But there's a lot of wisdom here that this glow up has you gaining and that you will get to share in this next chapter of your life. And I do feel like there's something about that attracting a lot towards you business-wise, whether if it's in terms of like clientele or in terms of attracting just opportunities in general and doors opening, or attracting more attention on what you do. There's just this beautiful flow here, effortless kind of flow that you guys are about to embark into. And that's because you're not in that space of resistance anymore. You're not resisting what you have to lose in order to make your glow up happen. So I don't know why this message keeps coming back, but whatever you guys have been hesitant to let go of in order for this glow up to be, like you guys need to, I feel like this is the big part of the work here, you guys. Like, you know, I feel like you will be glowing once you release this, or once you turn the page on this, or once you finally walk away from this and cleanse this from your life completely. I feel like you guys have been maybe asking yourself, like, what is going to be left after this for you? Maybe that some of you have been afraid to let this go because you feel like you won't have anything after you release this thing. Maybe that a big part of your life was constructed after this. But I feel like there's a big realization here that you guys are supposed to do, that your life is continuing on and that you are much bigger than this. You are greater than these things that you were kind of belittling yourself into. And I feel like this is what Goddess Babalon kind of like wants to share with you guys today. Like, what has been holding you back in terms of people, in terms of like jobs, maybe even a pay that has been too small, maybe like Five of Pentacles reverse. Like, what has been sucking you in terms of your resources, in terms of your feelings of abundance, in terms of like this feeling like you can claim this love, this great love that you deserve, maybe with a Five of Cups. I feel like there's something to cleanse here. There's something to purify. There's something that you guys need to wash your hands from. And I feel like once you do, it's like you will realize that what was the most attached to this was a part of your shadow here. And it's going to open new doors and make you see a whole new world of possibilities. Like, stay optimistic about your love life and in the flow really make me think of that too. It makes me think like you guys don't even realize how much horizon this is about to open up for you. It's almost like you guys were keeping yourself in the pool because it's like that's where you thought that your fish was going to be. But it's like as soon as you leave this pool, what you realize is that there's a whole ocean out there for you to swim in. It really makes me think of that, your cards here. Let's see what kind of energy, what kind of manifestation you guys need to concentrate on or call for in this next chapter to make this sort of glow up energy happen. We have 2 cards here, so I might keep shuffling, but we have here true love come to me. True love shall come to me as I do well summoned beat. No, you know what? I will keep it because this seems like this attraction, and stay optimistic about your love life. And we have here confidence by earth and air, water and fire. Let my confidence, that light burn higher. Yeah, I do feel it's so funny because this color scheme of orange and pink is really in your cards today. It's like your heart chakra, I feel like is something, it's a portal for you guys. Working on your heart chakra, meditating on cleansing and opening up your heart to soften in places where you felt hardened lately. I feel is a big doorway towards that personal transformation and glow up energy that you guys are wanting to feel, that confidence that you've been wanting to reclaim in this part of your life where there's been a lot of losses or where there's been a lot of lack, this feeling of lack and this scarcity in terms of either feeling provided for, feeling like you had opportunities coming towards you, feeling like there was life there for you, feeling that there was something worth it, or like something that was, maybe you felt underappreciated somewhere as well with this 5 of Cups. And I just feel like you guys need to feel loved again. You guys are ready to put yourself out there again. I wonder if some of you have been through a personal healing journey here, having to do with your relationships inside of your life, and maybe that you're ready to put yourself out there again and date it in the world again. Like this pile sort of makes me think of that here. And if that's the case, then throw some love spells over yourself, okay? And do a confidence ritual maybe, or do an attraction ritual on the kind of person now that you wish to attract, or the kind of opportunities inside of your career, if this is more career related, that you want to attract now. And be precise, make a list of those points of what you envision yourself having, because I feel like there is something very powerful as well in you guys writing your intentions for some reason. Let's pull one last tarot card just to see again what kind of energy, just to clarify those 2 cards here in terms of what Pawan should call for or concentrate on in order to align with this glow up. I feel like your glow up self is this confident part of you that is not afraid to let things go when it's over. And I feel like this part of you is not attached, it's not lingering in old baggage, it's not waiting for something to salvage its own self. It feels so full and fulfilled and strong enough that it just feels whole and complete unto itself. And so that's the kind of like glow up kind of self that I'm imagining here. There was a card that turned over but then flipped back on, so I'm just going to keep shuffling. Okay, give me one more card. Okay, we have the 6 of Cups here that fell from the bottom of the deck. Yes, exactly. I feel like 6 of Cups is talking about the past. So this is definitely Babylon that wants you, Pawan, to concentrate on saying goodbye and healing and sort of reflecting back as well on all of those experiences of the past that have left a powerful impression on you in terms of what you're deserving of, and in terms of what has been sort of feeding into that energy of deficiency here. Deficiency, I keep feeling like for a lot of you, it's in terms of your love life for some reason, or just your relationships in general. This could also be talking the 6 of Cups of like the experiences you watched growing up in your own household and with the dynamics with your own parents.
kind of like how that left its own impression on you as well, that maybe transferred into your own relationships when you became an adult later on, maybe. And maybe that this has affected your confidence in terms of the kind of partners that you can attract, or that you can find out there, or maybe that it sort of influenced you in terms of what you think you can have or what you think you should have or experience in terms of love and relationships. This could be in terms of your friendships as well, where there's been a profound loss lately in terms of that. Maybe you guys had to let go of someone, or maybe that there was a separation lately. I'm not sure what this could be, but I feel like concentrating on letting go and forgiving. I don't know why, but forgiveness here is so big, especially with judgment, because judgment is really this card of usually an archangel blowing up a trumpet, and it's waking up people from their own grave. And it's almost like a metaphor to say of that, like, it's safe to start over now. It's safe to rebirth now. These parts of ourselves that we've left in the grave somewhere, they're ready to be let go of. They're ready to be released into the heavens. And so that's why this card is really about, I'm being freed from some kind of experience here, is what this is giving me as a kind of vibe for you. And so with the Six of Cups, which is a card of the past, I feel like it's really about that for part one. There's something here that you're ready to forgive, maybe, that you're ready to let go. Maybe that it belongs to the past version of you, and maybe that you don't have to carry it forward with you anymore. You can feel more lightweight if you decide that who you are doesn't have to be contrived in this experience anymore. And you guys can now call in for something greater, for something bigger, for something maybe that you thought you didn't deserve at a certain point in your past, or that you thought you couldn't have. And so it's really what I see here. I feel like you guys are ready to call for bigger things and for taking bigger emotional risks as well, or taking them again. If in the past it led you to have to heal yourself. But yeah, this is really what I see here from my part one. So I hope that those messages were useful, or maybe confirming what is coming next for you in terms of like personal transformation and where your next glow up is supposed to happen inside of your life. I want to thank you all so much for having shared sacred space with me today. It was such an honor to read your cards. As usual, I'm very, very grateful. And if some of you have been interested to check out my store and book maybe a private reading with me, it will be my absolute pleasure as well. So you will find the links to all of that in the description box down below. As well as the links to my social medias if you want to keep in touch with me and see and follow what I do in my daily life. So yeah, let's meet there and let's continue chatting and keep in touch. And otherwise, I shall see you all soon in the next video. Mwah. Bye bye, you guys. Hello, pal two, and welcome to your reading. So today I'll be starting by pulling some cards about what your next glow up is going to be like, how it's going to touch different areas of your life, like your love and career as well. And then after that, I'll also be pulling some cards on what kind of energy to concentrate on next, what to cast for, what to call for in order to accelerate this transformation and glow up energy inside of your life. And these will be all messages that I will draw from the goddess for you guys. So let's do this, all right? Let's get started. Babylon, connect me to pal 2 and show me what their glow up is going to be like. Okay. Oh, this is 2 cards. So we'll see. I might keep shuffling, but we have the High Priestess. We have the Hermit. You know what? I feel like these are yours. I feel like keeping them. Let's keep going. I feel like she's telling me, no. These two, they work so well together, by the way. I feel like the Hermit and the High Priestess can be counterparts, on so many regards. But let's keep shuffling for one last card. Okay, we have the Nine of Wands. Very, very interesting. I feel like there's a lot more stronger boundaries that you guys are seeking to draw somewhere, or to maybe reinforce somewhere inside of your life. For when it comes to the kind of energies you need to keep away in order for you to concentrate on some kind of spiritual path or individual path that you want to set out to do. The High Priestess and the Hermit as well feel like this is a very, very spiritual kind of glow up. Almost like maybe that you guys have been wanting to open up some of your psychic clairs. Maybe that you guys have been working on that. Maybe that you guys have been working on developing your intuition or your intuitive skills, your mediumship skills, or this could also be sort of anything related to ancestral communication as well. I don't know why. I'm sensing that about a High Priestess for some of you. Like some of you could have been more actively engaging with your ancestors, or maybe that you've been researching more on your ancestors, on where you come from, kind of trying to retrace your origins and something like that. And are some of you soon setting out on some kind of retreat or pilgrimage of some kind? Maybe that this is traveling alone for the first time as well, because it's almost giving me this kind of vibe here. And you know what this is also giving me? It's also giving me a technological kind of detox sort of vibe too. So maybe that some of you want to glow up as well, in the sense where you feel less dependent on technology, or maybe that you've been wanting to free up more of your space and time away from your phone or away from dead scrolling or something like that. Like there's this sort of impression here of, let me just throw my phone away or put it on do not disturb, or just watch it once or twice a day. And let's just concentrate really on greatering here this sort of personal relationship that I'm trying to find back with my own sense of self, or with my own, this question of like, who is God, right? Who is God to me? Or who is Goddess to me? And where can I find God or Goddess? I feel like those are big questions for my pal too at this time of your journey right now. And finding the God or Goddess within, trying to channel that, and your own definition of it, and your own independent philosophy of it, is a big part of your glow up journey right now. But I feel called to say, like, don't be surprised if you guys start to open up on certain spiritual gifts that you feel weren't there before in this next glow up phase of your life. Because, and I feel like it's not, I feel like we all have the clairs inside of us. Like when I talk about clairs, it's just an extension of our normal senses, by the way. So we all have different clairs that are stronger than others inside of us. So there's clairvoyance, our sense of sight, clairsentience, our sense of feeling, clairaudience, our sense of hearing. There's claircognizance. It's this ability to have this knowing sort of wash over you, knowing things you don't know how you know. There's different ones like clairgustance as well. But anyway, those are the principal ones, if you will. But don't be surprised if you guys start to develop certain senses that weren't necessarily there before. And I just feel like this next glow up phase is about you guys taking a much more independent turn as well. Like if in the past you've been a bit more sheltered for when it comes to certain things, or you've been more dependent on other people for certain kind of things, or if you've been always working with other people or living in a space with other people, like I feel like this is about straying away now and taking your own route or your own journey with something somewhere. It's almost like it's making me think of Pile 1 a little, because this energy of independence was also in Pile 1, but I feel like in Pile 2, it's more independence. It's not freedom from something. It's more so you guys taking your own journey with something, your own independent route with something. And it's almost like, thank you for everything that you've taught me. And thank you for everything that I have learned in this previous phase of my life. But now I'm kind of ready to find my own way now. Now I'm ready to make my own experiences with things, or to sort of trust myself more with certain things. And this is what your cards are kind of making me think of now. And also, I also feel like Nine of Wands is also giving me this strong, no bullshit kind of vibe of like, you know what? I'm not afraid, or I'm not shy anymore to say no. And I'm not afraid, or I'm not shy anymore to say, no, thank you, this is not for me. or this is enough. You know, I feel like there's a lot of personal knowledge of your own self that you guys are stepping inside of, to where it's like, now I feel like I have a knowledge of myself, or I feel like so embodied inside of my own internal truth, or inside of my own personal philosophy of life, that I realize that it's not me the problem. You know, it's not me that is too weird. It's not me that is too intense. It's not me that don't belong here necessarily. But what about me? You know, what about me? What I think of those people? What about me? What do I think of this job? You know what I mean? Like, it's less about like what people think of you, and it's more so about what you think of your experience and what you think of other people in your life. What do you think of this job? Does it really fulfill you? Instead of worrying about like, do I fit in for the job, or do I, you know, am I appreciated there? It's more so about like, does it really fulfill me? You know, does it really fill up something inside of me? And to where instead of stressing about other people and just like, are they talking about me, or what do they think of me? Do they truly love me? The concern now is more so, well, is this person really for me? Like, do I really appreciate spending time with this person, or do I find them kind of draining actually? Have I been trying to fit in inside of those places where actually, you know what, it doesn't fit me, and it's not enough for me anymore? You see what I mean? Like, there's this strong vibe here with those cards that this is giving me, and I have a hard time finding the words to describe exactly how I am feeling. So maybe that is going to come more clearly with the other cards I'm going to draw for you. But yeah, this is a very, very spiritual kind of glow up here. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys were on the journey here of kind of like stepping into embodying your own god or goddess again, sort of energy that you're taking inspiration from. For me, it's been Babylon and this kind of like glow up process that I'm in right now. But for you, it might be another deity. And I feel like, but today I'm channeling messages from Babylon, but I feel like she's been seeing that in you guys. She's been seeing you on some kind of like spiritual pilgrimage or spiritual kind of energy where it's kind of like you need to keep certain things away from you, certain kinds of energies away from you. You need to put this strong barricade around you to be undisturbed for what you're trying to do here, to be in your most spiritually charged self. And it's really making me think of someone on a pilgrimage here. Someone here taking a step back from the noise of the outside world in order to reconnect to something deeper from within. And in order to find back some kind of connection, a deeper connection to your own divinities or to the divinity that lives inside of you as well. That is not just outside of you, that is within you as well. So there's a lot more internal a lot more internal questions here, an internal kind of journey here. It's less so about questions about the outside world, and it's more so internal questions about who am I? What do I think of this? You know, where am I at in terms of this next phase of my life? Like, what do I want now for myself? And so it's a very interesting shift here. If you guys have been really outside oriented, usually I feel like this next phase is bringing you back inside to, it's leading you back home and to your own essence and to your own self and to the things that you already know inside of you, and that you don't need the outside world to provide answers for you on that regard. Like, it's really making me think of that. Let's see how this glow up is going to affect your love life or relationships, my part two. I just feel like there's a priestess journey in store here for some of the ladies watching my content, or there's a hermit journey for some of the men that are watching my videos. There's a journey here back to a more integrated spirituality, and to where, if you guys have been as well wanting to be more devoted spiritually as well, where you want to less stray away and come back to your spirituality, maybe that some of you feel like you've kind of lost touch with that a little. And it's not like you ever lose touch with your spirituality, right? Because I feel like spirituality is everyday life. Spirituality is making coffee for your husband. Like, spirituality is sitting in front of your porch and just contemplating the birds and being so grateful that the sun is rising. Like, spirituality is just sharing a good moment with your friends and having a beer around a campfire, or I don't know, or orange juice if you don't drink. You see what I mean? Like, spirituality, like, life is spiritual. We need to start seeing it that way. But there's also something special and undeniable about going back to the act of ritual and ceremony. There's something magical and just incomparable with making time for yourself to just meditate, or go take a walk in nature on your own and introspect, or to take a journaling session with your own self or with the spirits that you work with. There's just something magical, right? When you draw time intentionally for these kinds of things to bring back the kind of magic inside of the mundane, right? And I feel like this is the kind of like glow up that I see here in store for you guys, to where if you've been wanting to show up more in terms of spell work or rituals or ceremony, or if you've been wanting to develop a bigger relationship to your own mediumship skills, or to your own spirit team, or to your ancestors, I feel like this glow up has everything to do with getting back on track with that spiritual discipline, if you know what I mean. So that's self-developmental kind of work. You guys have been wanting some kind of evolution, huh? I feel like you guys have been really ready here for a level up spiritually. And you are going to resonate with this if you've been feeling lately like you're ready. I keep smashing my table and closing down this little treasure box here. Again, let me try to relax. Yeah, I feel like you guys will resonate with this if lately you've been feeling like, you know what, I'm ready for to challenge myself spiritually. I'm ready to have a new breakthrough spiritually with myself. I'm ready to have some kind of spiritual awakening. Like, I feel like if you guys have been telling yourself that, like, I'm ready to level up spiritually, or I'm ready to like experience something new that I haven't experienced before spiritually, like, I feel like this is a sign that you're definitely in alignment with this glow up here that I'm talking about. I didn't even turn this card for you guys. Okay, we have here trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay, so this could be, in terms of your relationships and love life and friendships and family life and yada yada, I do feel like this glow up energy here is probably going to reinforce any kind of sense of intimacy and trust. If this is something you guys have been wanting to sort of repair somewhere, or to greater. And it's so funny, right? But leaving each other's independence inside of a relationship, inside of a couple, inside of a friendship even. Being able to go back to a friendship as though no time had truly passed. Like that to me is a form of love language. I don't know if I'm saying that because I'm an Aquarius sun, but I feel like that has been a powerful love language when people have allowed me to take a step back, to take a pause, to take a break, to arrange my own things, to sort my things in my own personal life and come back later. And I feel like my friends that haven't taken this personal, like I am so grateful for them. Like I feel like, ooh, do you hear this? The lightning is starting. It's really stormy outside, by the way, so you might hear the rain pouring right now. But yeah, it's so funny, you guys, because I've been in this work too lately. Like I've been in so much sacrifice with like all of this transition I've been going through here of like moving into my new place and cleaning this space. Like for those of you that don't know, I've taken back my childhood home. And so I had to clean everything that belonged to my parents before. I had to, there's so many things that happened in my life lately. And this wasn't a span of months. I thought that this transition would just be like lasting for a couple of weeks and I will be able to get back on YouTube making these readings for you guys. But it ended up lasting for months, you guys. And I just feel like my friends that have allowed me, that have not taken this time off that I've taken for myself to clean and sort as part of my life, personally, they haven't taken that personally. Like I feel like this is the ultimate form of love. Like sometimes allowing our friends or our lover or our family members their own independent journey somewhere is one of the highest form of love that we can show to them, that they need this individual space inside of their life right now to retrieve their own self and to retrieve a sense of stability or a sense of kind of like they're trying to find back their own way home within themselves. And I feel like it's love to not take this personally and just keep up with them and pulling on them and be like, where have you been? Right? And why haven't you been calling me so much lately? Why have you been putting me to the side for this? Right? I feel like not taking those step backs too personally, it definitely brings back a stronger sense of trust later on to where it's like our relationship could survive this. Our relationship can survive our own individual separate journey from time to time. And so if it can survive that, it can survive anything. And so the vulnerability after that is so much deeper when you see that people don't keep you on a leash for their own personal agenda, but they just genuinely are waiting for you and they want you to come back once you're ready. And I feel like you guys, if you've been worried about that, if you've been worried that this separation away from other people is, if it's going to like make you lose, certain people that are very important to you, like I feel like don't be. I feel like there's a message here from Babalon saying like don't be. If anything, it's going to strengthen the trust that is in between the two of you, or that is there in those friendships. And it says here, you deserve love. You are lovable. See? That's what I was saying. I feel like you guys are loved, and this love is not going anywhere. It's waiting for you, or it's leaving you that time and that space that you need to recollect your thoughts and to put yourself back into alignment with your true self, or with a higher version of yourself that you feel you need to be in alignment with spiritually. Like, it's really giving me that energy. Let's see how it's going to affect your career life, this glow up. We have here ending. You may leave a position or be terminated. However, there's always a new opportunity ahead. You may change career entirely. You know what? This is not surprising to me, especially with seeing the Hermit, the High Priestess here. The Hermit is someone that comes out of an independent spiritual journey, totally changed. This is like someone that goes to
I don't know how you call this in English, but you know, like this trail that traverses Spain and France. In French, it's called Compostelle. It's like a pilgrimage of some kind. Like it's me. My husband is going to do this in September. That's why I'm talking about this. But like, you know how like going on an intense pilgrimage, it's kind of like Jesus's journey, right? Like I'm not a Christian. Obviously, doing these readings, you guys have probably guessed it, but I take a lot of inspiration from all kinds of religions. I think that there are some good things and some very good wisdom to take from all kinds of religions. But me personally, I'm very touched by the journey that Jesus took in the desert, and it's making me think of that hermit here with like there's mountains in the background, but it kind of looks like desert-ish kind of. And it's kind of like Jesus came out of that pilgrimage, having to face his own temptations, having to face his inner demons, right? That was kind of manifested as Satan in that tale. And he came out of that completely ready to let go of the things that he needed to let go of, and to basically make the ultimate sacrifice that he was ready to bear, that he was ready to kind of carry the weight of. And I feel like you guys are coming out as something here transform, and maybe that in terms of your career, it's going to change a lot of things. Maybe that is going to change your idea, your path entirely, or maybe that is going to change the way you see your field or the way you have been earning money, kind of making you see those things differently and wanting to change your approach permanently. I feel like there's a lot of permanent sort of changes that this glow up is going to bring in terms of your career. It says trapped. If you feel stuck in your current situation, but you do have options, look for another job while keeping the other one you have for now. If you guys have been wanting to reorientate yourself or have been trying to find yourself with the hermit, have been trying to find your true calling, I feel like this is what is in store in this glow up. Oh my God, I forgot to pull some archetypal cards for you guys. Let me see. Sorry. We have here the game changer. And it says, how confident you feel about magic and change, especially your ability to magically change yourself and your situation is crucial. You guys, I feel like, again, you're tapping into your magic for sure. High Priestess and Hermit. Your glow up has you reconnecting to this power that is very ancient and that lives inside of you to be able to change your life as you see fit and bring sort of the endings to those places you felt trapped to. If that resonates for some of you, we have here the detective, and it says, look past the veil of illusions that someone is trying to pull over your eyes. That someone could be you, so examine your assumptions. Yeah, I just feel like this is a veil being lifted out of you guys' life, and just you guys seeing more clearly or having a very sharp perception skill coming out of this glow up that has you sort of looking and detecting the BS or seeing the lies that have been perpetuated or seeing the true intentions that have been sort of fed by the people around you and in the spaces that you've been in. Let's see what kind of energies you guys should call for in terms of becoming more in alignment with this glow up. We have two cards here. We have love, Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring true love here to me. And we have peace, Bridget, goddess, and your sacred name, a light within me, peace is flame. You know what? This is making me think of this card of you deserve love here, this card of love and peace. It's really making me think again of this hermit. I feel like you guys are entering this phase of your life now where you want simple relationships to be around you. Especially for the type of like spiritual
journey or spiritual burden, spiritual sacrifice you're readying yourself to make, this kind of spiritual transformation you're ready to take upon your own self and make the journey for. I feel like you guys know that there's something here that is tough. And I feel like this is why the Nine of Wands is there too. It's almost like you guys have to sort of overcome your own barriers or some kind of obstacle somewhere. You guys have to push somewhere, and not be afraid of the journey getting tougher moving forward. But I feel that because of that, because your individual spiritual journey is under that sort of background soundtrack, I feel that because of that, you guys need love around you or need relationships around you that are not too rocky, that are not too chaotic, that are not too overly dramatic, people that can forgive you for taking that step back for yourself, to find a time to realign yourself with your own purpose and calling. And I feel like this is what you guys should call for. You guys call in for more protection as well. I don't know why I'm hearing protection. Protection around your own spiritual journey that you're going through. Protection around your peace. Okay, protection around your peace. I feel like this is really important right now. Any kind of like relationship that is too much of a roller coaster right now cannot really, it won't really be able to survive this vibe here, where you need to really concentrate on you right now. And where you really need to allow as well other people's independent journey as well as you concentrate on yours. This is a giving. It's not just one way. And we have here the hanged one, the hangman. I was talking about this. I was talking about Jesus's journey and how he was preparing himself spiritually, mentally, emotionally to carry the burden of his own cross and of basically making the ultimate sacrifice for the next level or the ascension or for coming back to his own Father. Jesus knew the kind of role he was chosen for, and he knew it wasn't going to be easy. And you guys' journey right now is really making me think of that. Hanged one, hangman. This is again in terms of like what energy you guys should concentrate on and focus on. Again, hanged one, it's really making me think of that piece here. This is about surrender. This is about surrendering more, surrendering to the journey, surrendering to the next step that is ahead of you. And basically hanging in there, especially with the Nine of Wands as well, that is a card of resilience. Nine of Wands is usually a card of resilience, of kind of like you need to push through this moment or this phase or stick with this moment right now because it's transforming you from the core. And hanged one is telling me that too. If you guys have been wondering if you should allow someone else to re-enter your life, or basically if you should reach out to other people, or if you should sort of take a move or take a new step, I feel like hang one is just saying hang in there a little bit longer. Okay, hang where you are a little bit longer, even if it's uncomfortable right now, even if pulling away from certain things or being in the space here of sacrifice, of personal sacrifice, is very tough right now. I feel like spiritually there's something about that that is part of your glow up that is changing you guys. Do you see how this woman here, she's just surrounded by yellow, like those yellow bright flowers all around her. It's almost like happiness is about to come out of this, out of a moment like this where you decide to stick it for yourself and to stick through the journey, because there is wisdom in that wait or in that delay, or there's wisdom in that suspension here, and that surrender, and in protecting your peace right now, allowing yourself to be encapsulated in that peace. And calling for true love as well to be revealed to you with the detective as well. If you guys have been like wondering that, if you've been wondering if certain people inside of your life are there for the right reasons, or are they just pulling you away from what you need to do on your own here and what is important for you to find in your own independent purpose or independent journey, then call for Babylon, or this could be another goddess. This could be Bridget that accompanies you. It could be Isis as well, or it could be any other kind of like goddess that you guys work with. But ask for help and assistance in having this true love kind of be revealed to you, seeing the language of true love manifest, how it's supposed to manifest at this time around you. And I guarantee you that there's this version of true love around you is supposed to allow you, there's something here about true love allowing you the space you need, pile 2. And there's something about true love here not keeping you on a leash, and true love sort of trusting you and the independent step that you need to make here to change your life with a game changer. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here for you, pile 2. So I don't know if this was helpful, but I thank you so much for having shared sacred space with me today. Thank you to the goddess as well. Thank you to Babylon. Thank you to your guides, and mine as well. It was such an honor to read your cards again today. And if some of you have been interested in getting a personal reading with me, it would be my pleasure to get to know you more personally one-on-one. The links to my online store, to my Etsy shop, to my website will be down below if you've been wanting to book a private reading with me or see what I do. And the links to my social medias as well if you want to keep in touch with me. And otherwise, I shall see you all soon in the next video. Mwah. Bye-bye, you guys. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. So I'll be starting this one today by pulling a few cards on what your next glow up is going to be like, how it's going to touch different areas of your life, like your love life and your career life and stuff like that. And then after that, I'll also be pulling cards on what you guys should be calling for or casting for, what energy to concentrate on next in order to accelerate and align even more with this transformation or glow up energy in your life. And yeah, those will be messages that I channel from the goddess to you guys. So let's do this. Okay. So Goddess Babalon, connect me to pile 3 and show me, oops, been pulling this off. There we go. Show me some information about how their next glow up is going to be like. How is pile 3's glow up going to be like? Okay, we have the 9 of Cups reversed. And I'm also going to reshuffle these cards because there's 2 of them that I just want one at a time. Okay, we have the 5 of Swords. Okay, we have 2 cards here, so I might keep shuffling, but we have the Ace of Wands reversed, the Crone of Swords reversed. This is the King of Swords reversed. But let's see if these are your cards that will come back. Or one of them. Oh, okay. One fell out on the floor. This is, we have the 5 of Wands reversed. Interesting that we have 2 cards, number 5 here again. Pretty much like pile 1. So you guys could have felt called or drawn to pile 1 as well, maybe. Maybe that you felt drawn to the first pile and the last pile of this reading. And if that's the case, maybe that there is a message in there for, and the both of these readings for you, basically. But it's interesting because I'm picking up that you guys on my pile 3, you guys that felt drawn to this group, I feel like your glow up is all about less fighting, less struggle, being less apologetic as well, and just feeling less surrounded by chaos or conflict in general. And yeah, just being very unapologetic, especially surrounding this Nine of Cups reverse here, especially surrounding the themes of what you want, basically. And also there could be something about wanting to be more grateful, wanting to be more present. Maybe that you feel like, I don't know why I'm feeling this about your pal, but I feel like you guys, you are like your natural state, your normal state is actually a much more optimistic one, a much more positive one than the one version of yourself that you've known lately. So I don't know if this will resonate for some of you, what I'm saying right now, but I just feel like this Nine of Cups it's very interesting, okay? Because this Nine of Cups, I've written about this card lately, and I'm feeling drawn to tell you, to read to you my notes that I've taken on this card, because I feel like it might resonate for some of you. Let me grab them, because I'm working on basically building a course on tarot, and this week I was basically tackling the subject of the Cups cards. And the Nine of Cups is really considered usually like the wish fulfillment card, but I feel like to me it's so much deeper than that, actually. Like this card is deeply spiritual. I've written that this is where the Eight of Cups ends up walking into more cups than he ever had. So this is where we experience self-contentment, no longer needing others or the world to produce happiness for you. You're no longer pursuing love, but rather living in this embodied trust that the more you love yourself and your own independent life, the more love you'll attract externally. And the lesson with this card is to learn to be enough and complete on our own. Yes, I really felt called to read this to you guys because it really made me think of this Five of Swords right next and the Five of Wands reverse. I feel like there's been a lot of difficulty finding synchronicity lately, especially with other people, but I also think within yourself. Pile 3, like there's been a struggle here in finding harmony and synchronicity within your own mental landscape or within your own energy, maybe as well, with the Five of Wands reverse. Maybe that you feel like it's hard to get going, or it's hard to be the highest version of you in an environment that feels like it's suppressing that a little. So I just feel like your glow up self, Pile 3, is a version of you that doesn't get stopped at what's happening around them in their environment. Like I feel like if lately there's been a lot of just a lot of external energy pulling you away from yourself, away from the things that you wanted, away from your plans, away from your goals and stuff like that. I just feel like this is a lot of shielding here. The version of you, the glow up version of you that Goddess Babalon is trying to bring through is a version of you that is grounded, and a version of you that is so secure, so safe in what they want that they don't allow the world or the chit chat happening around them or the mismatched energies with the Five of Wands, because the Five of Wands speaks a lot about that. Like the Five of Wands, usually you see a scene of battle where it's like people are trying to hit at each other and nobody seems to be able to like land a blow on someone else. And that's just to say, like, when we all have mismatched and misaligned intentions for each other, it's just like nothing is going to go in the direction that we want. It's like sometimes things won't even advance at all. when that is the case. And so I just feel that, like, I don't know if you guys have been in a transitional phase, or maybe that this is what you need or want right now to transition space. Because this Five of Swords and Five of Wands reverse, they more feel like circumstantial, kind of like something, a lot has been happening around you, or maybe that there's a lot of noise or a lot of discourse around you. Maybe that you live in an environment with people that are bringing their very different vibe into the mix that kind of clash with yours, or maybe that you always feel like it's not the right time or you're in the wrong environment in order to feel like you can really work and advance with your dreams or something like that. I'm not sure what it could be exactly, but yeah, definitely. I feel like this glow up self that I'm picking up with your cards here, this is someone very grounded, and this is someone very clear-minded, and this is someone that has learned to protect what they dream of, what they want, and to where even if other people cannot understand that, or even if it doesn't match other people's agenda of this person keeps going anyway. It's almost like it's a form of strength and tenacity that I feel your glow up self is teaching you to embody more in this next phase. One to where you kind of like push away all of those other voices around you. With these swords here, it's kind of like a metaphor for that. And it's funny because all of these swords here on this card, they are piercing through that heart. So I don't know if you guys have been hearing a lot of conversations around you that have kind of like been impacting your heart in some way. Or maybe that you feel like you've been discouraged, or like there's a lack of support around you. Maybe that you have people that cannot understand the things you're going through. They're kind of like making it more difficult, or they're making it about themselves and what they want. Maybe because usually with the Five of Wands reverse and Five of Swords as well, it can kind of speak as well about situations in your life where it's almost like there's someone here that would rather be right than to have harmony. And when it's up to that point where people would rather choose their own ego than to create some kind of harmonious environment with other people around them and with their loved ones, this is a sign that something has got to change, really. And I feel like there's been something misaligned here inside of your life that you guys have been very aware of. And it's at that point now where you kind of know that in order to find this Nine of Cups, in order to find that fulfillment and that full version of you that is at peace, that is grounded, that is really anchored inside of their visions and their dreams, etc. A part of you know that you need to pull away from this environment first. So I do feel like it has to do with your glow up, has to do a lot with like chasing away energies that are not for you anymore as well, which is kind of in alignment with Pile 1 as well. I more so felt like this was a glow up version of someone that was okay and whole within themselves, whether they have something to lose in this situation or not. And in your case, in this ball, it's more so a case of like someone that lives through a glow up by being so shielded and so directional inside of their own mind, being their own authority in life so much that they stop being pulled by the wind blowing around them. It feels like wind. This Five of Swords and Five of Wands reverse, they feel like wind. And I just feel like your glow up self must be a warrior or warrioress of some kind. So maybe that it would be good for you guys to work with sigils or symbols or gods or goddesses that are kind of like associated with war. Could be a good thing. And I feel like you guys as well are kind of tired of the fight or of the war, which is what is kind of interesting. And you're ready to welcome more pleasure now. And this new glow up phase of your life. It's almost like you guys want a softer life. You guys want a life that is a bit more quiet. And so when I say that this glow up might have to do with sort of channeling a warrior, it might be so that this can happen for you. It might be so that you can basically feel safer in accessing this softer part of your life or this softer part of yourself without having to feel like you had to fight for it each time, you know? But yeah, the sweet and softer life, I feel, is really what Goddess Babalon has in store for my pal 3. I feel like she's seen you guys in situations where there's just been a lot of unnecessary drama is really what this feels like, and kind of superficial drama too with the 9 of Cups reverse. Like 9 of Cups reverse, sometimes, especially next to the 5 of Swords, it can kind of bring that tone, if you will, of like someone that wants something, but it's kind of a bit surface layer. So I feel like your glow up self has you sort of expelling out of your life those kinds of more superficial layers or energies or relationships and things like that. Let's see how this energy is going to touch your relationships, you guys. How it's going to influence your love life or family life or relationships. Okay, we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost self to each other, your bond deepens. Yeah. You know what? That's the feeling I had too about this 5 of Swords and 5 of Wands reverse. I feel like you guys I haven't felt like you could open up to other people without starting a fight or without starting an argument or without starting a debate or without like having your opinion contested or without feeling like a challenge in some way. And I feel like, you know, being challenged is a good thing when it's helping you branch out of your own perspective and basically grow outside of your own walls. But I also feel like it can be sometimes a wall towards getting to know another person that has a totally set of different values than us or a different set of priorities. And they are on a different journey. And sometimes we need to accept that. And so, you know, if like a lot of people preferring to stand in their own ego or in the way of creating harmony has been keeping you from really feeling like people want to get to know you or people are interested in you, are interested in your life, are interested in your own dreams and what you want and in your own needs and in what would fulfill you and what would make you happy. I feel like this is definitely what's changing. Pile 3. Let's see what else is coming through. We have free yourself. It is time to take back control of your life. Yes, see. This is this 5 of Swords and 5 of Wands reverse. If you guys have been wanting to free yourself from any kind of toxicity happening, whether it's in a relationship inside of your life, whether it's with family, blood-related relatives, or whether it's at work, even with coworkers, that could be also possible. I just feel like this is going to impact your relationships in the sense that you're no longer going to be afraid. I feel like you're no longer going to be afraid to sort of free yourself from any kind of situations like that haven't been treating you with respect, are treating you to up to what you deserve is really what I'm sensing. And I feel like there are other people that will be interested in getting to know you, are working with you, are collaborating with you, if that's the case. If you've been sensing like there's some sort of tension, sometimes it's not that there's conflict necessarily, or that there's like necessarily like fights occurring inside of our relationships, but sometimes it can just be an unspoken tension. And so maybe that this is the case for some of you here on Pile 3, where it's just like, I don't know, I've get this unspoken kind of vibe here, like in between me and this person, it always feels a bit off, or it always feels a bit weird, like I cannot be my full self, or it's as if I cannot always share with them all of me because I feel like I'm getting judged, or I feel like it's mismatched. It's a mismatch of energy, and it's not a bad thing. Like I feel like a different energy from another one is not wrong or bad. It doesn't mean that one is in the wrong. It's just like there are different colors, you know, like there's this color red here and there's this color green here. And those two colors, they belong in the world. It's not because there are different colors that suddenly one is bad and doesn't belong here. You see what I mean? Bad analogy. But, you know, the message or the essence of it remains the same. It might just be that you guys are going through some kind of mismatch of energy here. Oh, and I forgot to pull some archetypal cards for you. Let me do this. Let me pull some archetypes for your glow up. See what is coming through. Okay, so we have the shaman and we have the dawn. So let me read the shaman first. This was the first one. It says, work on healing and empowering yourself if you want to be useful to others on their own journey from suffering to healing. Yeah, I do feel like it's this Five of Swords and Five of Wands reverse and this sort of like warrior sort of archetype that I saw for you guys as well. Like work on healing, but also empowering yourself. Like I feel like self-empowerment is like the big theme behind your glow up process here. It's about empowering yourself to do the hard things or to have a hard conversation or to have this kind of confrontation here that maybe you need to be having with someone or in some place inside of your world that doesn't fit you anymore and that needs to change. That needs to change. Like Five of Wands, Five of Swords, those two cards number 5, they are about an area of your life that needs to change, like for sure. And this is inspiring the theme of your whole entire glow up. It's basically equipping yourself with the sword and the fire, you know, the magical wand to make things happen in this area of your life where you've been feeling kind of conflicted. And we have here the Dawn card. The Dawn card says, do not get discouraged if things look dark or hopeless. The sun rises each day, revealing new possibilities and renewed hope. Yeah, this color golden here is also very striking to me. Maybe that the color gold is a very powerful one for my pile 3 for your glow up journey and process. Also the sun, okay? Imagery of the sun, just bringing in that light inside of your life. I feel like that is very needed. I feel like you guys have been in need of that right now, have been in need of more optimism, more fire, especially with this Five of Wands being reversed here. It's almost like someone has stolen your fire got snatched away, especially with a Five of Swords. It's like Five of Swords next to this Five of Wands reverse is making me think of like the wind was way too strong and it blew out the flame. Like that was way too strong. And it was way too windy. So it's like you couldn't even catch that fire. It just snuffed out. So I do feel that working with the fire element as well is a very, very, it is going to be a very empowering thing for my pile 3 as well. Just going back to your theme of your desires and your intentions, especially with the Nine of Cups reversed as well. Because Nine of Cups reversed feels like it wasn't about your desires for a while now. It was about someone else's desires, or it was about working at fulfilling someone else's dreams inside of your life. And I do feel that this glow up has you freeing yourself to now pursue your own vision of these things. Let's see now how this could touch your career or work aspect of life. We have here opportunity. Doors are opening up to you. You have the chance to change jobs, start a business, or invest in a new venture. Just do it. Yeah. So you know what? Ending this fight there or confronting this energy that you cannot run away from. Pile 3, I feel, is going to open up a lot of doors of opportunity inside of your life. And you may find that having your life cleared of this kind of energy here is leaving room and space for this door here to open. Let's see what else is coming through. Maybe that this door as well is something you didn't consider before until now. Or maybe that it's something that is going to be given to you now that you're free from this Just know that in terms of work, this glow up is all about attracting more opportunities towards you so that you don't feel like you have to subdue yourself in that energy here of oppression. Because it's very oppressive, this Five of Swords and Five of Wands here. Then we have cultivation. You are in a growing phase right now. Yes, you are. And you must continue to water the seeds you have planted in order to reap the rewards. Yeah, for sure, guys. Yeah, you guys are in a good time right now to plant some seeds, especially with the Dawn card as well. Dawn is the sun rising. And it feels like that's what's on this card as well. So I just feel like there's a new day. I feel like your glow up self is definitely one that isn't afraid to pursue what they want to pursue, to plant the seeds they want to plant, and to not have any kind of like interference or sort of conflictual energy that keeps being at odds with what you're trying to seed here. And let's see what you guys need to concentrate on. Let's pull some of these cards and one last tarot card as well. Let's see what kind of energy you guys need to focus on or call in order to accelerate this glow up. We have a card that fell down on the floor, and it's that Queen of Pentacles. I absolutely love this card. It's gorgeous. It's freaking gorgeous. Okay, so you guys may want to focus on abundance. You guys may want to focus on the bling for sure. That's why I saw this color gold here. Maybe that you guys are also in an era that is about calling in not just for more opportunities, but for your abundance and for your prosperity with this Queen of Pentacles. Let's see what comes through with those manifestation cards. Ooh, okay. We have 3 cards here, so I'm going to keep shuffling. We have Destiny, Passion, Organization. What should pile 3 concentrate on or call for Babylon for their glow up? But definitely, you guys' inner Queen of Pentacles energy wants to work with you. And isn't that your pal that I said earlier that you were trying to bring in more pleasure? Yes, you were the one, right? With this Knight of Cups reverse. This is this Queen of Pentacles all day, every day. I feel like anchoring yourself in treats and in pleasure and learning to receive as well. It's just a very, very big thing. I'm going to keep shuffling. This is 2 cards for you guys at this point of your journey. Just learning to receive more. We have your safe home. I cast this circle round and about safety now is beyond doubt. This is the original feeling that I was getting with this Five of Swords and Five of Wands reverse. But are you guys feeling like you're in an unsafe environment right now? Do you feel like your security is threatened? Or do you feel like your self-esteem with the Queen of Pentacles is threatened? This could be where you live, with the roommates you have, or with a partner you have, someone you live with maybe. Or this could be with a family member if you still live with family. It could also be at work, an environment at work that makes you feel threatened somehow. Like if so, definitely call in for a safe home, you guys. I feel like make that at the center priority of your rituals, of your ceremonies. Like you guys deserve a place where you feel stable, where you feel secure, where you feel at home, where you feel like the seeds that you're planting is returning something to you. Like this is really important for you. And this is no laughing matter, I feel, for you guys. Like you guys are at a point where you need to work on your root chakra. And your root is at the root. Your root is at the root of this entire glow up process here. Just taking care of that sense of, yes, grounding, security, self-esteem, learning to receive again, learning to relax, learning to be in a safe environment that doesn't threaten you or doesn't evict you from that place where you don't feel like from one day to the next you could lose everything, or from one day to the next it's like it's shaky grounds and it's unstable and you don't know if you will get to stay there. Like, I feel like this situation of instability needs to stop for you guys. And that's why you're ready to concentrate all of your power and all of your magic into. And if so, if you can relate with that, call in for that. Babylon wants to work with you for that for sure. And otherwise, this could be call on your goddess. If you have a different goddess that you're working with, and ask her for protection around your home, around your assets as well. You know, what you own, what you possess as well, with the Queen of Pentacles. If you feel like that is not secure, or that is sort of under threats right now. This could be a housing crisis that someone is going through here as well, or something like that. We have another card that fell down on the floor. We have fertility. Yeah. Let all take root, guys. Let all take root. Seed and sprout. Let new life be all about. What was I telling you? This is nuts. This is a perfect season. This is a perfect season right now to plant the seeds you guys have been wanting to see take roots for a more stable and enduring future in a space where you haven't felt that in a long time. I feel like my pal 3 are ready to mature. You're ready to evolve. You're ready to get more serious with your life right now, your life or living situation or whatever this is. This could be like your career. And I feel like you're just ready to get down to business and to be able to not only plant seeds, but carry through with those seeds until a point where you see them grow enough into something that gives back to you. I don't know if you guys were moving a lot from place to place, especially with a 5 of Swords and 5 of Wands reverse. Maybe you never felt safe or comfortable anywhere you would go, or maybe that you always felt pressed by time or pressured by external influences that didn't make you feel welcome or didn't make you feel like you were safe at home. Or this could be that you felt pressed by monetarily, financially, whatever this is. I just feel like you're ready to plant seeds, to have this right environment for you to be able to grow your roots at. And also this could have to do with fertility. This go up. I'm also thinking about for you guys, for some of you that have been wanting to have children. For sure, just Queen of Pentacles energy. This is something that your goddess wants you to focus on in terms of your glow up and just fertile energy in general. And if this is not in terms of like literal children, then this is about the things that the seeds you're carrying and that you're ready to plant somewhere. And that you're ready to nurture. I just feel like there's a lot of growth, a lot of expansion, lots of, again, root chakra work, reinforcement kind of in your life here. And this is what Babylon needs you to focus on in order to be even more in alignment with those things you've been calling for here with a 9 of Cups reversed. But yeah, this is what I see for you here, pal 3. I hope that that these messages were helpful. Thank you so much to have shared sacred space with me today. Thank you so much to Babylon. Thank you so much to you guys. Thank you to mine. And it was just an honor to read your cards again. If some of you have been interested in seeing the kind of work that I do, maybe booking a private reading with me, the links to all of that, to my Etsy shop, to my website, will be down below in the description box. And also the links to my social medias if some of you have been wanting to keep in touch with me personally. And otherwise, I shall see you all soon in the next video. Mwah. Bye bye, you guys.